Hey everyone, welcome back to another explainer. Today we are taking a really hard look at how we build wealth, and honestly, more importantly, the exact order in which we should be doing it. If you're ready to finally abandon that slot machine mentality of investing and instead learn a proven, mathematical, step-by-step wealth blueprint, well, you are absolutely in the right place. Let's get into it. You know what literally drives financial experts up a wall? It's exactly this scenario, trying to fill a bucket that has massive holes in the bottom. Watching people throw money at the stock market or the latest trending crypto coin while completely ignoring the 22% credit card debt sitting right there in their pockets. It just totally exposes the sheer absurdity of how backwards most of us approach our money. And it really is a massive paradox. Think about this for a second. 1 in 3 Americans does not even have a basic emergency fund. Yet, these are often the exact same people asking if they should be day trading individual tech stocks. It's kind of like asking if you should buy a Ferrari when you don't even have the cash to fix the transmission on your daily commuter car, you know? And the numbers, they get even wilder. $500. That is the median amount Americans have saved for emergencies right now. What's really crazy is that this number is actually down from $600 just a year ago. I mean, that is less than a standard monthly car payment. If you are literally one flat tire away from a full-blown financial crisis, well, this perfectly illustrates why we absolutely have to fix the foundation first. Okay, so here is our exact step-by-step architectural agenda to fix your financial house. We'll start with the wealth building blueprint, then laying the financial foundation, moving to the free money cheat code, the tax optimization zone, the ultimate secret weapon, and finally entering the Wild West. Part 1. The wealth building blueprint. Think of this whole blueprint just like building a house. You wouldn't start by picking out imported luxury light fixtures if your roof was actively leaking, right? But that is exactly what people do with their finances all the time. Step 1 is building the foundation. Step 2 is setting up the structural framing. And then step 3, that's when you add those luxury finishes. You have to follow this optimal sequence because every single step mathematically relies on the one that comes right before it. Part 2. Laying the financial foundation. Look, before you invest a single dollar anywhere, you need an emergency fund. Think of it as a critical psychological safety net. It's what prevents you from making terrible financial decisions when life inevitably throws a curveball your way. But I get it. The standard advice to just save 3 to 6 months of expenses is incredibly overwhelming. So let's break it down into manageable chunks. Milestone 1, save your first $1,000 immediately. Milestone 2, scale that up to 1 full month of living expenses. Milestone 3, push it to 3 months. That final target really depends on you. A stable government employee might stop at 3 months, while a freelancer, they might need to aim for 6. And this 21% figure is super interesting. Recent research from Vanguard actually found that people with at least $2,000 in emergency savings had financial well-being scores 21% higher than those without any buffer at all. $2,000 isn't necessarily life-changing wealth for sure, but the psychological boost of simply having that safety net, it's absolutely enormous. Okay, so once that buffer is in place, we have to confront the next foundational piece. Think about it this way. Carrying credit card debt while trying to invest is literally like trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of rocks. Anything charging you over 8% annually needs to be reframed in your mind as financial cancer. If you have $5,000 in credit card debt at 22% and you only pay the minimums, you are going to bleed out nearly $2,800 in pure interest over 5 years. No way you can build wealth like that. So how do we attack it? We use the debt avalanche method. You pay the minimums on all your accounts and then aggressively, and I mean aggressively, throw every single extra dollar at the debt with the highest interest rate.
Why do it this way? Because mathematically, killing a 22% debt provides a guaranteed 22% return on your money. That easily beats Warren Buffett's long-term average in the stock market.
Part 3, the free money cheat code. Now, I know I just told you to aggressively pay down high-interest debt, but there is exactly one major exception to that rule, and that is capturing your employer's 401k match. Step 1, contribute just enough to get the full match. Step 2, redirect all extra money immediately back to that high-interest debt. The math here is just undeniable. An employer match is basically a 50 to 100% immediate guaranteed return. It is literally like finding money on the ground that your boss promises to double if you just pick it up. Capture the free money, then go right back to the avalanche method. Part 4, the tax optimization zone.
Once that bad debt is entirely wiped out, we move to the structural framing of your financial house. The biggest mistake people make right here is getting distracted and skipping straight over to taxable accounts. Instead, you want to max out tax-advantaged options like the IRA first. This avoids the high management fees of corporate 401ks that eat into your returns like termites. The core decision here is traditional versus Roth. With a traditional IRA, you deduct contributions now and pay the taxes later. With Roth, you pay taxes up front, but you get entirely tax-free withdrawals in retirement. Generally, high earners should lean toward traditional to lower their current tax burden, while younger, lower earners should absolutely leverage Roth accounts to lock in their lower tax rate today.
Part 5, the ultimate secret well-being. If you happen to have a high-deductible health plan, you have access to perhaps the most incredibly underutilized investment vehicle in all of America, the HSA. It is a true financial Swiss Army knife. First off, you get a tax deduction for your contributions. Second, you get tax-free growth while the money is invested. And third, you get tax-free withdrawals for qualified medical expenses. The absolute master strategy here? Pay your current medical expenses out of pocket today, leave the HSA money invested in the market, and just save your receipts. Because you can legally reimburse yourself completely tax-free for those exact same expenses decades from now. And this is why that strategy is so explosive. $400,000. That's the potential tax-free money you'd have available if you maxed an HSA for 30 years at a 7% return. When you consider that the average couple retiring today will spend over $300,000 on healthcare alone, this single account makes those massive costs simply disappear. It's amazing. Once this is maxed out, your next immediate step in the sequence is to go back and max out the remainder of your 401k up to the current limit. Finally, Part 6, entering the Wild West. Only after all of that foundational and structural work is done do we finally add the luxury finishes to your financial house. I'm talking about the taxable investment accounts. Now, they do offer unrestricted flexibility to buy individual stocks or crypto, but they harbor a massive hidden danger: tax drag. It's like running a race while someone keeps throwing sand in your shoes. Every single dividend payment gets taxed. Every time you sell an investment for a gain, the IRS takes their cut. This constant friction severely hinders the magic of compound growth over time. The actual cost of that sand in your shoes? It's staggering. Over 30 years of investing $10,000 annually at a 7% return, the tax-advantaged account sits pretty at $944,000. The taxable account? It's way down at $700,000. That is a near $250,000 penalty, all because people choose to ignore the optimal investment order just to chase the excitement of taxable accounts. So I'll leave you with one final, very important question to ponder today. Will you do the boring work first to mathematically guarantee your wealth? Or are you going to keep gambling on the next hot stock? Honestly, the math is clear. Stop chasing the shiny objects. Embrace this step-by-step blueprint, lay that rock-solid foundation, and I promise you, your future self is going to thank you. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep focused on that foundation.